Hello everyone! Do you want to know the latest news in Singapore for this month of May? Stick around and let's find out together. Singapore inaugurates its first solar park with integrated rainwater harvesting system. Taking advantage of the country's rainy climate, this installation is expected to collect 170,000 cubic meters of water per year. This will allow the solar panels to be cooled and clean and achieve optimal performance. This installation will generate enough energy to supply around 4,700 public houses per year, avoiding approximately 9,000 tons of carbon emissions per year. Although solar energy is one of the most viable energy resources in Singapore, the country has a space constraint as well as rather cloudy skies due to its tropical climate. Jurong Town Corporation, the Singaporean public agency that aims to supply solar power to the national grid, is looking at ways to optimize the space below the solar panels, for example, for agricultural use. Regarding export and trades, Singapore's non-oil export growth has declined during the past 2 months. While shipments to the country's top 10 markets has increased overall thanks to the exports to Taiwan and Malaysia, exports to China, Hong Kong and South Korea had declined. Continuing with this topic, during 2022, Singapore's Ministry of Trade and Industry intends to update the so-called Industry Transformation Map, 23 sectorial plans that are all part of the new strategy for the next 5 years to take advantage of the opportunities arising during the pandemic. In addition, an accelerator program especially designed for companies wishing to expand overseas will be launched in the middle of the year. Moving on, the digital transformation process in the banking and financing services sector is trending worldwide, including in Southeast Asia. New cloud-based banking technology will become mainstream, and banks will have to think about new ways to adapt to this next generation core. What about taxes? The Singapore Ministry of Finance has imposed a 35% additional tax for any transfer to residential property to a trust. What about fairs and events? 2 fairs have been held in Singapore during the month of May: the International Coffee and Tea Industry Expo and the Technological AT Summit, where through a video message, the Spanish Ministry of Industry, Trade and Tourism, Nadia Calviño, expressed the Spanish government hopes to reach cruising speed in the digital transformation by 2022 through the effective digitalization of government and companies. She also presented some plans such as the 2025 Digital Spain, with almost 50 measures to promote digitalizations and digital transformation of all sectors and agents through public and private collaboration. But before leaving, some news regarding the next month of June. In the Spanish Economic and Commercial Office in Singapore, the healthcare sector is going to be the key sector in this month of June, thanks to the launch of the Desafia program in Singapore, where 8 startups from the healthcare ecosystem had been selected from Spain to visit the Singaporean main agents in the sector. To get a better understanding of the healthcare ecosystem and the Desafia program, you can listen to the interview of Joshua Lim from MedTech Actuator, an accelerator that collaborates with ethics in the organization of this event. Finally, to get a better understanding of the sector, you can also read the new healthcare sector fact sheet. Thank you so much for listening and see you in June.